What is going on, YouTube? Thanks for coming back to the channel. In this video, what I want to talk to you guys about is why you need to fully commit to your goals, and you need to do so regardless of what happens, regardless of what potholes, what obstacles might come up. Know that what you're doing is for a reason, and that reason is your why. And if you have a strong enough why, you will never quit, you will never give up, you will never fail, you will never stop. I just finished up work, I'm walking up to the gym, and I get a text from a client, and he tells me how much, as the years approaching 2025, how much his life has improved and how much better in a position he is now compared to last year at this time. And that's like truly a fulfilling feeling, and that reminds me why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I'm helping people with their fitness in the first place. And when I started my journey, the reason that I started was to get myself into a better position, and shortly after doing that, I realized that I could also help change a lot of people's lives in the process and help them become better. So you need to remember that regardless of what anybody tells you, regardless of what any naysayers, what any of your friends, your family, coworkers might say about what you should or should not do with your life, if you fully commit yourself to doing what you want to do, and doing that is going to allow you to, find passion in your work. And I generally find so much passion in what I do because I have these people reach out to me telling me how much I help them out, how much I change their lives. And my whole goal is to be able to help as many people in their situation get to where it is they want to go. Because when I started my own journey, I didn't have, a plan of action, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. And just the simple course of action of starting to go to the gym led to me eating a specific way and following a specific regimen and literally devoting my life, my career, and my overall, I guess you could say, course of life to helping people through their fitness. And getting texts from clients, when they say things of that nature, right, that I helped them or that they're grateful for me, makes me realize that had I never started or had I never committed it and followed through all the way 100%, I wouldn't have been able to be in this position right now where I am able to help so many people. There were countless times on my journey where I felt like it's not that big of a deal, it's not worth it to go and whatnot. But I kept going, and the reason that I kept going is because amidst the hardships, the things I had gone through, every time I went to the gym, I always felt like a better individual. I always felt like I was improving as a man. I always felt like I had improved myself at least 0.1%. And looking back all these years, it's awesome because now I'm able to put this into other people and help them with their lives. And I grew up having fitness and nutrition and then leading into coaching, being a major staple in my life, and literally my life revolved around it, right? And now that I'm able to help people that they have that one piece missing, their health, maybe their health is deteriorating, maybe they don't have the results they want, and they just don't feel like they've fulfilled everything in their life. I can help them through that and push them because I've gone through these things. It's just the best feeling in the world. And so many people, I think that they don't fully commit to themselves, they don't fully lock in on their goals because they're concerned about what other people think about them, right? And that was never me. I literally wanted to find what I wanted to do with my life, and once I found that, I wanted to do that and help people through it. Unfortunately for myself, fitness was that avenue where I was able to, give back to other people more than I could ever give to myself, because I think that oftentimes in life, we are asking and wishing and hoping for so many things to come to us. And I think during that time, it's important to know that you should be able to help other people in that period of time, and that is what will allow you to have the fulfillment and feel like you have enough, feel like you have everything. And that's what coaching gave to me, was the ability to help other people through, what they were going through, circumstances that I had overcome myself, and also, holding them accountable, holding them to a standard, pushing them to become the best version of themselves. And, as we get closer and closer towards the new year, and, as I realize how long I've been doing this, it becomes so much less about the muscle I build, the body fat that I lose, the physique that I have, right? Like the amount of weight that I could lift, all these sorts of things. It's always, it gets more and more to the point where I genuinely, realize that I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing this for other people. And I'm doing this to help people get through tough circumstances in their life and to, allow them to unlock their true potential, because so many people don't believe in themselves and they give up on themselves, and, they don't keep going. And not everybody is going to be that way. Some people, they continue pushing through, but there are a lot of people out there that they might have been in an environment where people told them that they weren't able to do these things, they weren't able to get in a good shape. And whether it be sarcasm or true, if you're with friends, if you're with family and they're telling you like, you'll never lose weight, bro, like stop trying, like that will subconsciously stick with you and you will not follow through, and it'll be difficult, right? But when you get to a point where you're like, hey, I'm putting my foot in the sand, I'm going to make a change, and you need somebody there to make sure you hold yourself to that standard, you have to humble yourself in a way, and know that, okay, I'm here to learn, I'm here to improve. And that's the way I've always looked at fitness, is, I'm always open to learning and trying to learn more so that I can help more people. And it's really such a fulfilling feeling when you're able to help people, because so many people, they're so, just focused on themselves and focused on what's in their best interest, but they're not ever focused on how can they help more people, how can they, make an impact on somebody else's life. And I didn't fully unlock that until I started working with clients with coaching, but, being able to hear feedback that I was actually making an impact on their world allowed me to reconfirm that this was my calling, right? My purpose, my passion. And when you have these three things in line, life gets more enjoyable. And it's really about the relationships you build, the connections you make, and the impact that you can have on the world. So for me, knowing that the clients I work with have improved their relationships, they've improved their parents' relationships, right? Like I've had clients that have told me, thanks to you pushing me to become my best self, and me then, becoming better with my own health, I've now held my mom who had this disease or this health condition, prioritize her health more, and work on longevity and these sorts of things. And what is the whole purpose of that? It's literally so that they can spend more time together. So me knowing that what I'm doing is able to help somebody literally enjoy more of their life with their loved ones is the greatest feeling in the world. And that's why I love coaching so much, because it changes you from the inside out. It changes your mentality. It changes your mindset around these things. It changes the way you look at life. For the longest time, I looked at coaching as like, okay, well, eventually these people don't need results anymore. They don't need, exercises and all these sorts of things. But no, like, it's legitimately this never-ending door where literally you can always improve. You can always get better. And when you understand that there's never any cap on your potential, you start to take more risks. And I hear, how clients that I've worked with, right, or I'm still working with, now that they've improved their fitness, they have more confidence in themselves, and that carries over to them going on more dates, them building better relationships, them starting their own family, and them having and cherishing better relationships with their family members, literally because they realize how much is possible when they focus and they work on becoming the best version of themselves. I think that you have to become selfless to an extent to be selfish. You have to put yourself first if you want to be able to help other people, and that's what I've done. And a lot of people growing up told me, like, you're being selfish, like always focusing on just your fitness, your physique, and it was never, for me, it was never that way. It was always, I'm doing this so that I can help more people. I know that if I learn more, if I have more skills, right, if I have more experience, then I'm able to help more people change their lives. And that is literally the best feeling in the world. And when you are somebody that cares about helping other people and putting that first, that will come back to you, and you will find people asking you for help. And the greatest feeling in the world is when you can help people, doing what you love. When you genuinely would spend your time doing these things anyways, and it's making a positive impact in the other person's life around you, that's when you really find your purpose and what you're called on the earth to do. And so it's such a good feeling knowing that I've been able to cultivate this, these relationships with my clients and create this lifestyle that I've wanted. I've been putting this into, planned action for decades now. And literally, I used to tell myself, and I used to say to friends, I want to create my business. I want to create a business one day, and that's what I want to do with my life. And I want it to be revolved around fitness and helping people. But I didn't know quite what. And I always used to say that I don't know quite what I want to do, but I know it's something to do with fitness and it's something to do with helping people. And the two things that I've always had passion for are helping people. Regardless of any job I've worked in the past, I've always loved helping people and making an impact on their life. And then also, my fitness, and that's always been super important to me. So being able to help people with their fitness is such a giving. I help people with their fitness, and it gives back to me, and it makes me feel like, okay, I'm genuinely making an impact on this world. And so that's what I wanted to hop on here and talk about. It's just how you need to, find what it is that you want to do, and start to conceptualize how you can use that to make an impact on other people's lives around you. Because when your why is only focused on you, when it's only focused on how can you better yourself, how can you improve, and how can you gain these things, it's not going to feel, super fulfilling after some time. But if you're putting others at the head of the circle, if that's the reason you're doing what you're doing, then you'll never quit, you'll never fail, you'll never give up. So find a deep why reason as to what you're doing, and it'll push you. Because when those days come on where you don't feel like working out, you feel lazy, you feel like sleeping in, all these sorts of things, but then you remember that you have a family member that has a health condition, or you remember that you have a family member that's passed away, from a health issue, or maybe you want to be a better role model for your kids or for those around you. When you do these things, that reminds you why you need to become the best version of yourself, and then you become the best version of yourself, and you're able to continue that cycle and help more people through it. So you need to understand that it's good to have goals that align with where you want to go, what you want to achieve, but tied to something deeper, tied to how you can help more people in this world. Because if you don't have the person in your life you're looking for, you need to be that person for others, and eventually it will come back to you. So I hope that helped out somebody today. Just know that whatever your passion is, whatever you feel like you want to do with your life, if you're able to help people through it and create a positive impact on this world through that thing, and I say go all in, fully commit to that thing, and never give up. Because the reason I've never given up is because I genuinely didn't want to, right? But literally, like, I know that this is what I'm meant to do with my life. And at times you might doubt yourself, at times you might overthink things, but if you find what it is that you truly want to do with your life, and you know that it's bettering people around you, and they're giving you that feedback, like, I'm helping others, then it's going to make you find so much more fulfillment in the work. And if you devote your life to it, then you're going to find so much fulfillment in your entire life. And that's what we all want, is to have a fulfilled life, that we enjoy what we do and make connections, positive relations, and all these things are possible if you work on what it is that you're best at, and you help people through that. So whoever out there watching this video, might feel like they don't know what they want to do with their life. They might not know what the best next move is. Just know that I've been there myself, and I think we've all been there for the most part. And you will figure it out, but you need to find what it is that you truly like and desire to do deep down. And is that something that's going to make a positive impact on the people around you? And when you have these couple thoughts, combined, then you can start to think through what you want to do with your life, and then you find things. And you know, your passion comes from your experience, right? So like when you try these things out, then you realize this is what I was meant to do. And if you don't know what it is you want to do with your life, keep trying things, because you will eventually find out, and you know, you will be able to help so many people make such an impact on their life. So again, dive deep into what it is you want to do with your life, and realize that life is to be enjoyed, life is to be, you know, fulfilled. You should be able to have peace and have happiness in what it is you do. And I think the easiest way to do that is just doing something that you love every single day of your life. You know, going to the gym has never been a chore to me. Of course, there are days where I don't feel like working out. There are days where, you know, I don't really want to go that much, right? But it's always been something I look forward to and anticipate. And in the long term, I'm so glad that I've never given up. And, you know, truth be told, fitness is something I will never, you know, take for my lifestyle, because it's not just the physical gains, it's not just whatever these sorts of things. It's because, you know, I've, you know, allowed myself to find what I truly enjoy doing, and I've realized that I have, you know, such potential and opportunity to help so many people in this world through these things. So when you can find that, life gets so much more rewarding, because you're not just going with the flow or doing things to try to fill time. Like, no, you're spending your life devoting it to make an impact on this world. And if you can do that, then life just gets easier and easier and easier to wake up every day and keep pushing along, because you're doing things that you enjoy. And, you know, I've worked jobs in the past where I worked, like, positions that I literally did not like. And I liked, one thing I always liked from these jobs were helping people, right? But there's so many jobs I worked in the past where I did not want to be doing what I was doing. And I just wanted to get out of that place, bro, get out of that job and just go work on my fitness and work on my business and work on helping more people and these sorts of things. And when you can tie your passion into what it is you do with your life, life gets so enjoyable. So if you're watching this and you don't really know where you're at in life or what your true purpose is, maybe you already have a job and maybe you just want to find something that's going to bring that fire out of you, you know, find the things that bring you true fulfillment, and life gets great. So I'll see you guys in the next video. If you got some value from this video, drop a comment, let me know, and I'll see you guys on my IG. It's JStratFit. You can check it out there. But stay tuned for content like this, and it's a quick motivational clip. Not even like to call it motivational, but like it was just on my mind and my heart. I figured out I would share with you guys. So thanks for staying to the end, and I'll see you guys in the next video.